this video on, can you see that symbol in the ground? There's another one. Oh, it looks like the light's about ready to hit. Interesting. That says love. Love. See how the O is in there? Snuggled in the corner towards the L. And it's got BE, love. If you look at it, you'll get love out of it. The other one over there says peace. These are the most important things I was working on. These symbols, because that's supposed to be a 5-point Satan star. And you see that inside place right there where it's got Star Trek symbol on it? Is that a Star Trek symbol, figure A or something maybe? And then over here, it's either got 2 wings or it's part of a door of some kind. It looks like kind of like a spaceship on the background. Needing to travel, I'm not sure. These are traveling stars though. These are that's supposed to be an angel's door. See how the diamond's in the middle of it, kind of? And the wings are on the side? The wings, and it's a door. Angel's door, it's what it speaks of. Cool. Underneath I wrote a 6. That was part of another symbol I was coming up with. Just drawn out here in the dirt. It's an angel sign. Right there. Triangle. Diamond shaped in the middle. It says a lot of stuff, man. This stuff says a lot of stuff. It's a lot of research. I put 2 lines up on top. I'm not sure what they're going to represent. But I got more. More than just this. I guess. You see my arm? Let me do my arm again. I don't know if you can see that. Oh well. See my wings? I got a couple of wings. There's my star, my 6-pointed David star. Except for it kind of didn't come out right because I got burned too deep. But in the middle, it's another angel sign. This here E.T. put on me. What do you want me to say about that? Psychiatrists, you know, think I'm crazy. But God should think I'm crazy too, because He's not going to kill nothing, man. When you realize God's not going to kill anything, then you'll probably begin to know Him. And if you can put Satan God in the stories where the flood and all the little loopholes go, the angels, I'm pretty sure they need to take responsibility. We don't have to go around pointing fingers at every whatever direct. It's just a mutual thing for even the ones who haven't fallen. One day they still could, you know, if they wanted to. I imagine. They want to taste stuff. Angels are messengers. And without them carrying the messages, your prayers, and all the things to God, which a lot of them are forbidden to intertwine now, earth, fallen angels or whatever, demons. Demons is evil. Okay, satanic and demonic are not. They're way beyond evil. So don't even put them in the same classification. Evil is demonistic. And it's also, and I'm not sure the dying part, because that's an engraven image to God. A dead body. That's something to think about right there. So He can't have that. So we'll see. I'm sure He raised the dead already that night. At night, when unknown lights came into effect at Joshua Tree California Big Rock on YouTube. If you YouTube Big Rock Unknown Lights, you'll probably get a 9 or 15-minute film that they had videoed for about that long, which was pretty cool. When I seen it, I knew exactly it came from the angels, because they were trying to impress me, see, and I needed to be uplifted myself. But anyway, God actually said, you know, these are our friends, so how do you argue with that? He hadn't said himself, I wouldn't believe it from any other source. He came, talked with me, and I shared visions and understandings and traveled to hell a few times. Going to hell is one thing or another. Being placed in a hypnotic state of fear is when they come here and they come to you instead of you going to them to a certain place like hell. There's going to be only purgatory right now. Hell is existing to a very minimum of what it takes to educate to somebody that would want to graduate about knowing satanic and demonic forces and what you can do to never let them bother you again is going to involve witchcraft. And you're not going to want to do that as a Christian. You're going to say, no, I don't want that. But in some cases, it's called witchcraft. And yeah, you have to. You have to understand, and me too. As soon as I get with the stars again, and horoscopes and zodiac and all that, Allah, 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 Allah. You like Allah for God? I can hear him calling me. Allah, Allah. He says that. And it gets my attention for some reason. He didn't really say the jaw part. He can, but he doesn't. He didn't this time, but that way. Talking with him while I'm sitting here on the phone with you all. Ain't that something? Talking with God at the same time. Listening to what he's telling me. Listening to what I'm saying. Feeling my feelings. Knowing my heart. Checking my souls. And I got 4 pair. See? I got 4 pair souls. I don't know what to say about that. They're stacked on top of each other. I have no idea what that means exactly. Something that's separated, like souls are supposed to be people. But souls are also in your blood. So I never really gave that a soul of a thought, kind of, but no, that's true. The soul is in the blood. So what does that mean when it comes to your feet? That's going to be important. What kind of problems I have, see? Because now your soul is in your blood. It's in your feet. I don't know who told me that. I just heard that right now. That the soul carries blood carries the soul. So blood carries the soul. So does that mean every time you walk, you pump in your heart? Or I have to think about that one. But it's going to be a connection, because all these things have a special spiritual meaning to them. And to unlock the secrets, God said that the secret of God are only for the brave at heart. I think that's what he's saying. The secrets of God are only for the brave at heart. That's what he said. Right there it was. Well, that's my communication for y'all on the little video thing here, so you can know more about me if you want. I want to know more about everything that's going on. The Jesus story at my heart. You know, could be Satan, could be Jesus, Satan, and the Holy Spirit all in one. Just like it says we are one. Well, it might be a little bit more than you think. Comes down to, are we angry or not as people for what we've been through, and what's going to be the price. So I would like to know who's responsible. Is God responsible for planting such a tree? You don't go planting evil trees. Not my God. Especially if people are going to get hurt on them. Something else happened. I can see the tree of life, but in the breath of God that's involved. The Jesus story could go to Antichrist, which is to be un-Jesus-like. Totally against it. Totally the opposite. Don't believe in God. Antichrist has to have all the figures. And I don't know if any demon or any angel is going to let anything, I don't know the ranks, what's ranking this out right now. And the angels ranking, there's nine gifts of the Spirit. And there's like one angel for each gift or so. It's actually a whole lot more, but I don't know how many. So I'll just say at least one. 9 different angels, 9 different gifts, 9 different qualifications. So you got 9 and 9. And always remember, when you're dealing with numbers and you're messing around with things, you can turn that into 666. And always you get 1/6 credit for God made man on the 6th day. I don't care how true that is or not. I'm going with that. 6,000 year days. 6,000 years it took. So it says. It took a lot longer no matter what he says. If he says it only took 6,000 years, I can prove him wrong, okay? And I'll be glad to do so if I remember how. That's funny. He laughs. God's got humor. Just blows me away to see this. I was going to say, so what? What trouble am I going to get into just because I believe God won't kill anything? What kind of trouble am I going to end up in? Something I should know about? Is that going to be a sin? To tell God himself I don't believe you if he tells me he killed anything? Just tell him I don't really want to talk about it right now. That's what we kind of say. So I'm going to leave it that he don't. And it makes me feel a lot more greater about he's got glory. It's a hard thing to figure out. Between all these different, if I say you're not allowed to eat in the future, you be doing that best by drinking water. And your teeth are designed to help you do things like your hands, supposedly. Not just to eat food. You're supposed to be able to pick at things with your teeth. And they don't break off. So I don't know what happened to our teeth and porcelain, or whatever it is that we got on these things. Probably made out of calcium. Just can't see why you can't make some more teeth. Somewhere in your body they made teeth. So should be able to have that back. Teeth. Anyway, just thinking on how liquid can become teeth, and you're born with 2 sets. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know about that, people. Because you got your baby teeth that come in. Then after that, you got your adult teeth, I think, that come in. But where are your adult teeth? At the same time you've got your baby teeth stacked on top of each other? Or are they made somehow? Must be made. We'll see how that works. See, doctors got to have something to do in the future. You can't just cut mankind off and say you're going to take responsibility and everything's kosher. This is going to be perfect. Not what was before, but this. Okay, knowing right from wrong. And letting your conscience come up with a solution that is respectable for humans. Understand, tolerate. Get these demons off our back. And I'm pretty sure I got a few of them on mine, but that's okay right now. I'll go with that for everyone. I come to help Jesus, not condemn him or put a load on him. I come to help him. He's actually an angel, somewhat or somehow, and I don't know how they change around things. I'm not sure if he even died on the cross or if he put Judas's body up there on the cross, and because Pontius Pilate said, put a sign that says King of the Jews, and they couldn't make out what his face looked like. Just mostly scarred, cut, not shattered or broken. No bones broken, just, I guess that crown of thorns, that really caused a lot of pain. Might have even been more pain than nails. The body goes numb after a while. So no matter how bad you torture it, it's just going to go into a mental state of understanding that it's sad to know that man's history is like it is. I hope it's not written down, It's been a never-ending story for the Almighty, but his name is Allah, and his name is Jah. He's got more than one name, more than one meaning. His name is Tree of Life. His name is Breath. Hold your breath. Breathe. Which is easier. He does all the work for you. He blew in breath of life, supposedly. Okay, did I do okay on making this? I don't know how long it's been. 17 minutes I've rambled on about certain aspects of things. So anyway, I was going to draw you I don't know if you connect these lines. I don't know if I can do it. It goes over here somewhere. I guess this one will go over here. And it's going to make some kind of Star David. And it's going to be Star David because it's all we got. And Star David is going to be Jesus. I know it's hard to say that Jesus is looking over himself and also maybe guiding whatever it is, but you must believe that it's true. I would imagine Jesus looking over himself, or an angel. I'm here for the angels first and foremost. The story was, as man has died, so shall they. Doesn't matter who's good and bad. Every living thing has always died. And I mean, within a day sometimes. That's not even 1,000 years. It's only 24 hours to us. See how that's got Star Trek in it? That symbol in the middle. Erase the ones on the side. It's going to be pointed at top. So, that one came out to be the Satan star. I know it's a little bit odd, but it actually represents two of the same thing. Two symbols of Star Trek. Not Star Wars, but Star Trek. You know, and they got the beamer and all that, but if you beam people, from what I understand, if you die, you've been beamed. Okay? You can't beam anybody. You can't beam flesh. See? Put the nail hole just a little bit right there for me. Don't forget about how they brand us. This is branded on the left. Okay? Because they didn't want anything branded on the right. So I'm branded on the left. I got that brand right there. All these red spots on me from when I was younger and I worked with metal and it flew all over me and it burned me because it was hot. And now I'm older, it shows real easy, so I don't recommend all that. So I drew 2 lines at the top, one on each shoulder, if that's what it is. See, actually, it's real funny because this almost has a resemblance to a compass. And see, that's another thing that's creating a problem for me is you don't have 4 corners of the earth. You've only got 3. 4 makes it off. One's got to go. Some other measurements got to take place on 3, not 4. That's 7 again. You're always trying to mix 3 and 4 to get to 7 because that's where God is. And mankind can actually, in the right understanding, just believe that God didn't kill anything. And if you don't know Him, you're not a believer yet. And that's what we'll have to fix. But you got to be told a few things beforehand so that you know where it's coming from. Okay? You're not going to find a perfect person here. Okay? I got lots of issues. But I'm on a mission. Kill every angel there is. I don't care where they are. Just like mankind. That's my mission. And I've succeeded on changing the word kill to the word confound. Confined. Confined. To be held in the boundary of your own where you can't hurt nobody. Even if because your spirit creatures, they don't seem to understand what it's like to be human. And then they try to make, if they made the Nephilim, man, I mean, I died for the Nephilim. On top of all the angels dying, or whatever they were, they seem to have died. I'm not sure if they stayed dead. I'm not sure if they split apart. The Nephilim, what it would come out to be. See, one thing is sad, because angels are never going to get back what dispersed from them to make these creatures. So angels are always missing something. Maybe, we can fill in that gap for them on top of everything else, because if you use that to make a living thing, it could be stronger than them, it could be their enemy. If they have any hate in them, they're going to have to go after the angels. The only ones who could do it rightly is the Nephilim, and they got one molecule of me in them. That's why I want to know how many do they think. I looked it up on Space Junk, and I seen a bunch of these little yellow dots all around the planet. And I said, that's my skull. With these things going around eating me from the inside of my brain now. Or actually from the outside in, or whatever. It's just weird. I fell over dead. And I was being beamed. First time ever. And the only time. And before the last particle got out of me, or molecule, they started reversing. And I lived. I don't know how much of me is missing, because it got down to the last molecule before it came back in, and I don't know it was in order or something got taken away from me. That's all I can tell you. And God was added to it, and beyond my understanding, He was added to it. He agreed with me. We talked about, is there anything that needs to be adjusted? Something that is not taking care of itself because it can't, and they don't know how. We have to demonistic this up from satanic and demonic, get back to evil. Because this is, God is, I can charge Him for child support, child neglect, and really get down on some of this as far as He's concerned. But He don't, wherever He's at and whatever He's doing, He doesn't really comprehend this stuff that I know of. He's only full of glory, and I believe Him somewhat that when He shows up, He's going to fix a few things. And He ain't got to do much to do that, just showing up, like turning the sun to a flower. He should be able to do that. Turns the sun into a sunflower, okay, of all flowers. With all the, it's got like yellow, I don't know. And it's got leaves on it. And it shoots glory out of, when it turns in the outside turns. This one thing the flower does, it turns. And when it does, it shoots off these purple, pink, red blobs. Looks like dropping oil into water. And they're just kind of floating off of it and hitting the mountains. And then I told him, I said, you know what, man, here we go again with you. I said, I just got purple mountains majesty from watching these things hit the mountain. They turn purple. And on top of all that, I said, okay, it's enough. I've had my fill. I don't know if it was 5 minutes. I don't think so. Because it just was like 1 minute. Just long enough to look, admire, and then look away because I wasn't ready. I wasn't convinced. I don't know. I didn't want Him to fix the whole sky by Himself. I wanted Him for us to help Him because we messed it up. So I told Him, don't fix the sky in 2 hours. If it's even broken, I don't know. Mostly whatever's wrong with everything is going to be tuned up in time like a car engine. You know how fast that strobe light picks up that mark on that harmonic balancer when that motor's turning, even at a fast idle? I mean, bazoom, man. You got electronic brains now for distributors shooting constant continuance, and it's got a lot of degradation to its energy on how it lasts. It's got long lasting and it's consecutive. Can get a lot of burst of electricity out of a brain in a rotor, just and a spark alone. I don't know what's going to happen. We've already destroyed our world. Okay, Civil War, World War